Hello and welcome to the War Report. I'm your host Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW. And I don't know, how you feeling, Quan?
A lot better than I did last week.
Okay,
If y'all heard last week, I was fighting for my life within the NXT segment. Um, I didn't listen back, so I don't know how it sounded in post production and editing. But yeah,
You
it
sounded
was it was,
fine.
it was rough for the kid. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm good now. I'm ready to go. I got my
All
tea.
right,
Good.
that's good. It's crazy. Something that I just found out because I've been on TikTok a lot recently is when people just be like, oh, I don't want to live in the States anymore, so I'm just gonna leave. It costs thousands of dollars to leave the country. Not
Yeah,
like not even just like moving like away from the country. Like if you want to like give up your American citizenship, you have to pay for that.
yeah, that's weird. I didn't know you had to.
I was just like, what?
What if you had dual citizenship? How does that work?
Dual citizenships, then you would have to pay taxes for the country that you're living in and in America.
Damn.
It's actually more expensive to have a dual citizenship.
That makes sense, though. I guess. I mean,
And then
from a
what
tax
is it?
standpoint.
Yeah, and they said tax season is literally like the worst time to try to like move out of the country because you have to move out of the country, still pay the taxes here, and then pay like
Mm.
the taxes of like somewhere else. So I was just like, man, that fucking sucks.
Were you planning on going somewhere? You trying to get out of here?
I think the phone is always listening. I mentioned possibly wanting to live in like another country because racism is everywhere. So I'd rather just experience a microaggression where there's universal health care.
Mm.
Fuck it.
Okay. Okay, right.
Yeah, and then my phone was just like, "Oh, word. All right, let's get this shit moving."
Hey.
So I've been seeing a lot of what is it? I've been getting a lot of. I'm telling you, if the government wanted you gone, they'll get you gone because I've been getting what is it? Targeted ads on Instagram, TikTok. I don't really pay attention to Twitter like that, but they've been like, "Hey man, you want to go to Tulum, Mexico?" And then the other shit is just like,
Ooh.
"Hey, Italy, boy." So the phone is listening, bro, and I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, man.
Um,
The Big Brother's watching.
Big brother, Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam, Uncle Tom, Uncle Roger. You mean all the uncles?
But no, I figured that, and that was very disappointing. But with all that said, let's get into in the trenches. We have some somber news, and then we got some more news on the AEW video game to that in the final bit. Um, so NXT releases a lot of people. Um,
Man.
I would say a lot of people that I'm shocked by. Uh, but let's get into it. Harlan is gone. Paige, Crimson Levine. What's this shit, boy?
Prince of Ali.
Prince of Ali.
I don't think she ever showed up on TV. I think she's one of the few.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Vish Kenya. Also never
I don't believe.
on
No.
TV. Draco Anthony.
Big Draco. Damn.
Dexter Loomis. Venjana George.
Sanjana George. Yeah, I don't believe that person never
Mm-hmm.
was on TV.
A whole bunch of people never on TV.
Yeah.
Mila, Milani. Just I have no idea who these are. Persia Parada, which is the one I was shocked most by. Raylan Divine, which I didn't know she was Mace's cousin or
Sister.
sibling or some shit. Oh
Mace's sister.
Um, Malcolm Bivens and Dakota Kai as well.
Yeah. Those are the two
So,
that threw me off initially.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna, write their obituary. For one, they asked for their release, So it's not like, they kind of got like cut at the knees, like mid Diamond Mine program, or, possibly coming back for the women's championship or anything like that. It was just like, nah, I think I'm done here. Let's ride. Let me free, bruh. Report said that Dakota Kai was just as unsure as we were about possibly being a main roster prospect, which is, I'm just like, for real? I mean, y'all could have threw it somewhere. Shit.
Cyrus, look,
did something.
How long have I been on this podcast for? A little over a year, right?
Yeah, we've been saying.
I have been asking since episode 1, why is she still on NXT? So I gotta imagine there must have been something in the main roster. Somebody on the main roster saw and said, "You know what? No." And I don't know what it is. I think Dakota's a fantastic talent. I'm not seeing what they're not seeing. I don't get it, but yeah, it's unfortunate. But I'm happy she got her release. What she wanted. She wanted to go do other ventures.
I feel like since Tony Storm just up and left, that's probably a slot where Dakota Kai could have fitted in.
The problem was, I think it was the timing of when Tony Storm left, because I think they had WrestleMania planned for her or something. I don't know if she was going to be in the title match, but I think she has. Yeah. They had some plans, at least going into WrestleMania. They had plans, and they didn't want to bring anybody up on the way to WrestleMania. I would imagine. I don't know. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And I mean, post WrestleMania, we still haven't seen much, many call ups, but it is what it is. Hopefully they do see it for her. Whatever she does outside of the WWE umbrella, and they just go, oh shit, for real, and they like bring her back, and then she goes straight up to the main roster or something. But I think we saw it for sure. She was getting lost as fuck in that shuffle. Of NXT 2.0 in this past, I would say 2 months. So I guess she was just as frustrated as we were. Just said, fuck it, I'm out. The Malcolm Bivens thing, we saw Diamond Mine just being very weird. The Diamond Mine segment's getting very weird. We'll talk about that when we get into NXT, but also is released as well. And I listened to a little bit of the A show when they spoke about it, and it was just like, yeah, I think Malcolm Bivens, they still let him do his thing where, Shawn Michaels kind of just let him go there and cut whatever promos they wanted or whatever. But, probably they didn't mesh with all the, all the extra black reference, deep cut references and shit like that. They're just like, I don't know what's going on here. That story that Justin tells about us meeting him at Mania and him going oh man, they saw the Dipset thing and they're just like, what the fuck are you wearing? And it was just like, I mean, if they don't get it, they don't get it, I didn't think that would be it's time to go. But whatever he does, hey man, I'm full supporting.
That was definitely some the Dipset suit was definitely some I'm on my last couple of weeks of work here, so I'm gonna just do whatever type of deals. And I respect that.
Yeah. I feel like if they would have brought it to him, they would have been nah. But if, I don't know, in Dallas doing a reference to a Harlem would have did probably more of a Pimp C reference instead, and that probably would have went over smoothly, because it's just it's a Dallas, thing, Houston, Texas legend. So, I'm bringing that here, and they would have been
how far is Houston and Dallas?
I guess.
How far is Houston and Dallas from each other? They have 3 hours. I don't know. That's
about 3 hours and some change. I mean, it was as close as I was going to get, but
you could think of a Dallas rapper either.
No,
are there any Dallas rappers? Are there any Dallas rappers?
There are a lot of Dallas rappers, but I don't know any. So
Post Malone.
He would. No, don't do
Dallas.
Post Malone.
He's from Dallas.
Whatever. But nah, I'm sad to go. I would say Diamond Mine lost a lot of its swag already with it, his absent already week 1, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I would say everyone else that's been released, Harlan, don't care. A lot of these other folks never showed up on TV, so they possibly just, coaches just said,
Ain't
I don't
working.
think it's gonna work, big dog.
Yeah.
And then just kind of just let him go. We for sure ain't see what it was with Draco Anthony. And you remember those NXT, just during Black History Month where they were just like having those like conversations, and then they were like, the first one where they were really gassing up Draco Anthony, and I was just like, y'all clowning nigga, or y'all like serious? Cause
Wouldn't see the vision.
Definitely didn't see the vision for young bro. Dexter Loomis.
A little surprised by this one, only because he was in the middle of a storyline.
Mm-hmm. Like him and Persia Barada, like even though that program was going nowhere,
it was terrible, which I said multiple times. But yeah,
it,
even then,
it wasn't like I didn't find it as terrible as you did, but it was for sure going nowhere. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, could he have coasted, chasing the 24/7 and having fun shit with R-Truth? Yeah, but is that probably what he wanted to do? Not really.
Why not? I mean, he's already doing comedy stuff now. What difference would it make?
I mean, you know what? You're right, but I don't know what his for like the past few months. I would say I wasn't really high on Dexter Loomis either. I was kind of a fan at a point, but I think when he came back after his injury, it just wasn't all there.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Persia Parada, I thought that was very odd because, well, soon as they stopped positioning her as like this big kind of like juggernaut in the women's division, it did get a little weird. But yeah, man, she was right in the middle of I guess a program of some sort.
Well, something. They were on TV. I'll say that much.
Yeah, they were on TV a lot. But like as far as having a trajectory, it just wasn't there. So shruggy boy. Next, there was a 5-4 report that came out talking about Roderick Strong, and all the report really said is Strong said he wanted and didn't get it. And he, they kind of just resolved the issue, internally, or like some like he asked for it, didn't get it, and then they went on as normal.
He didn't try to pull a Mustafa Ali and try to make a big thing out of it. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna just finish up what I'm doing here, and we'll see when contract time comes if I want to leave or if I want to stay." Because a lot can change. He just resigned recently, right? I believe to a contract extension, so he got at least a year or two left before he could even go anywhere. So
yeah,
a lot could change by then. He could be main roster. They should just main roster him, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever the hell they're doing with Diamond Mine. Let's kind of just like wrap that up. It's sad to see Diamond Mine go, for real.
Yeah, it's too soon. It just started.
Yeah, they failed. Like the prospects failed once and it fell apart. Roger Strong failed like 3 times, and they're just like, "Nah, we gonna keep this."
Yeah, he's the leader.
Yeah, that motherfucker lost the title, lost against Braun Breaker, lost against Ilya Dragunov. But the Creeds get the odds stacked against them like a motherfucker, and he's just like, "You're supposed to win those."
Yeah, right.
Huh?
Roderick Strong is 1-6 on the year, by the way, for anybody who cares.
Yeah, like come on, bro. But I believe he asked for it like a few months ago, and then they're just like, "Hey man, go to UK, clear your head, man." And he came back and shit kind of straight. So it is what it is. On the AEW front, there are some contract expires. Marco Stunt, Joey Janela, and there's somebody else I forgot, but there was someone that wasn't. Who?
Jack Evans back in the day. Yeah,
Can't say much about those guys, but there was a hidden release that just
It
kind
wasn't.
of
It
just
wasn't hidden. It wasn't hidden. It just happened.
well, it just went under everybody's radar because I guess nobody was checking for him. But Stu Grayson just no longer there.
Yeah, they took it. Someone noticed that they took his picture off of the roster, and then yeah, it looks like he asked, oh, he's not getting resigned. Interesting. You know what's interesting about Stu Grayson and Evil Uno? I think they're the probably the better two performers of the group, and they never really got time on TV, which I thought was interesting because out of all the people, I think they were the best workers. I understand Silver was probably the more popular one, but I think Grayson was a really good worker that they should really utilize.
What is it? Everybody already thought it was really lame. Then the New Year's thing happened. Then Brody Lee came and sort of repaired them, and then they could never go back essentially to what they were because they had to honor the memory of Brody Lee, so they couldn't really go back into being a cult or what it originally was supposed to be, and then they just became goofballs at that point, and then that wasn't really the vision, but it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is, man. AEW possibly might get another bald nigga very soon, so it is what it is. If Cesaro comes over,
wait, wait, who are you talking about?
If Cesaro comes over, then you just replace one bald nigga with another one,
a better one.
Yeah,
an upgrade.
So it is what it is. Warner Media teases a new AEW. Sorry, my brain just exploded for a second. For TBS, a times or an external email came out suggesting another show for AEW, and there was a whole bunch of names, and I'm trying to find the name the list right now, but they're all pretty silly in my mind. I don't want to say bad, but I think they're kind of silly. So I'm gonna list these off, and you let me know which one are the best ones.
Okay.
AEW to the top, AEW fight to the finish, AEW All S, AEW Breakout, AEW Uprise, AEW The Climb, AEW to the Mat, AEW Road to the Belt, AEW Friends and Enemies, AEW On the Ropes, and AEW Grit and Glory.
Here's my thing with that. All these names are interesting, but because the titles are so varied and none of them are kind of relate to each other, I don't know what this AEW show is gonna be. Is it some titles sound like it's gonna be like a rookie show or some kind of reality show?
Which is that not what Dark and Elevation is supposed to be? But we're about to get another one of those. Come on.
That maybe with more storyline focus, I'd hope if that was the case. And then there's other, and then some of them are friends and enemies, that a documentary where they're gonna go over former feuds or something. I don't know. So I'm really not sure what exactly the show is gonna be. So I really can't gauge which titles are good and which ones are not because I can't tell.
Okay. I agree to that point, and I think it's very funny that AEW to the top is a suggestion because Road to is
oh, that's right. I didn't think about that.
AEW All Access just sounds like what is it? WWE Backstage
or Confidential. Remember
Confidential? Road to the Belt just sounds like that shit that they do with Danhausen on the YouTube page. Friends and Enemies just sounds like being the elite. So I don't. Do we seriously need another AEW show?
I mean, I'm sure they want content. I personally depend if it's non-wrestling, I'm not watching it. I don't care. If it's wrestling, I may watch it.
No. Even if it is wrestling, I'm watching it.
If I'm bored, I might throw it on.
Yeah, that's definitely it. But it's seriously, I get it. They want to have content, they want to have a lot more matches. They want to build a library, but Quality over quantity, man.
But in this case, it might not be just them. It might be, hey, Warner, hey, we want some more
Oh
content.
yeah.
If we're getting rid of our scripted shows on TBS, y'all got to give us a little bit more than. And I'm sure AEW is happy to oblige because that puts more faith.
I mean, if they're gonna get paid for it, then yeah, fuck it, why not?
Yeah. So I think this feels more like a Warner thing than an AEW thing.
Would you prefer a whole new show or for Dynamite to get a third hour?
Oh God, no third hour, please. Yeah, I'd rather if I had to choose between those two, I'd rather have a whole other show than Dynamite for third hour. That sounds terrible.
Okay.
Ugh.
But yeah, out of these names here, yeah, it doesn't really give us a clear indication of what these shows are supposed to be. Like you said, Warner might be like AEW might not want to really do this, but Warner be like, "Hey man, come through." So we gonna see what happens here. Good luck. AEW game news. So Fightful report came out, and they said these things. Kenny Omega has gone above and beyond, helping out in the game as much as possible, which I don't know what that really means because he is not a game dev of any sort. I'm sure he is just a very good cheerleader. The director of No Mercy has been a big help. And through the grapevine, I have heard the opposite, but it is what it is. The roster will be set at 50, and people that will be, some people that are guarantees or, in the works are Owen Hart, Sting, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole, Ruby Soho. Yeah.
When's the last time Owen Hart's been in any video game? I can't.
No.
Jeez.
And then also forgot this third point. THQ Nordic is involved, which when we heard about this about like a month ago. I mean, THQ Nordic doesn't have a bad library. Like as far as I know, they could make it or publish a game. So I'm not really concerned on that point. But yeah. Anything you would like to say before I go into the next part of this?
Just based on the Fightful report and what we saw did you watch the live stream today at all?
No, I didn't watch it. I saw a gameplay, but I didn't watch.
I saw the gameplay they showed, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. That's gonna be the part.
That's the second part you're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna. Okay.
Go ahead.
You don't have anything to say about the. Well, I'll say this.
It's like regular talk.
Roster being 50.
Yeah. Oof. Okay. You're right.
Oof.
Yeah.
A 50-person roster is big oof, especially when we can get your whole roster on WWE 2K20, 22. So that's a little oof there. I have heard that the director of No Mercy being a big help is true to an extent. Him being extremely involved has caused people to leave Ukes and go over to 2K to just jump ship. I guess I'll reference it in the next part. But okay, part 2 of this, we get the live stream and the sports games online article. Thoughts on the gameplay of Chris Statlander and
from that little bit of footage we got, is it me? Like anytime there was a strike, there's like a weird like half a millisecond pause after every strike, which I thought was like it almost looked like a fighting game, like when the fighting game connects or something.
Yeah,
like a Street Fighter ish.
That's if you look at it like that, then that's most likely something that Kenny Omega advocated for. But
it definitely feels arcadey.
It
way more arcadey than 2K.
Yeah, but
which might be a good thing.
Probably Yeah, I guess, but like
I'd rather not
know,
have two of the same type of game out. You know what I mean?
oh no, yeah, definitely. If this game then go off, if you can feel different, but like in a bad way, like no, like if you're gonna be arcadey, be good, or like
Yeah.
like just because it's not another real sim, to me does not give it an excuse that it can just feel, or uh, I just want to give an example, like everything in that trailer, it didn't show motion to motion. It just kind of showed a series of spots and like the camera angles that they are in. And I mean, show what it looked like in motion. I know like it's all alpha gameplay, but like it was just like strike. It was like it was a montage. It was
Yeah.
and that's something that I'm not gonna say that it's a good or a bad thing, but animations look very stiff.
Yeah, animation didn't look good so far. I'll be honest with you. It didn't look good.
I would say those chops Outlander does to those in that trailer look terrible.
It didn't look good. It didn't look good. Yeah, even graphics, I felt it. Is this gonna be like a next gen game? Because this is a next gen game. It didn't look next gen. I'll tell you that. Even if they're going, go ahead.
It don't look next gen.
Even if they are going for a cartoonier more style, even for that, it didn't really look that great. I hope they kind of upgrade that a little bit. But like we said, this is still alpha footage. They got time. I'm assuming, I'm going to make a guess here. I'm no expert. This game not coming out in September, whatever they said is going to come out. If anything, it's probably going to be 2023. I just from what it seems like progress wise, where they're at. If they were still recording, crowd sounds 2 weeks ago, that might be a little concerning at this point for a game that's supposed to come out in 4 months or whatever the target was.
Definitely not coming. Not is not hitting September, and if it does, you are about to get a game that is not even half baked. That shit is, the ingredients are in that pan raw. What I think, not to get into trouble or whatever, but when it was just WWE 2K, that was the last thing that was on people's minds. This was just like looks better than that other shit, or plays better than that other shit. And now that 2K22 is out, you can't coast no more. You got to really come through now. I think, what is it? 2K22, brought a lot of people into their graces. They were just like, they just needed time. And I feel like people are going to really realize that maybe 2K wasn't the problem. Because, hey man, 2K19 would rarely see an update. 2K22, I don't think it ever got an update. 2K22, we get some shit every 2 weeks. And I'm not saying like, that's better than nothing.
They gave us a new arena. What I mean? That blew my mind when I saw they said
live service type shit.
I was like, whoa. This 2K. This is the 2K I know. The 2K I don't do this. I still want them to do upgraded tires. If they do upgraded tires, bro, if we get like a big old batch of like upgraded tires, that'd be so hard.
It could be possible. From
that'd be hard.
I understand is they're probably gonna just work on a lot of or how I see it. Not that I have any info or anything, but I think that they'll most likely just, now that they have the 2.0 thing up, they're probably just going to go back and really focus on a lot of just the DLC characters and stuff like that. And then anything extra probably just be like bug fixes and stuff like that. I would say the 2K22 that I played on launch is no longer there. This game feels completed now.
Yeah.
What is it? I know I praised it before. A bit more play. Matches are a lot longer. Or like matches were a lot longer. Now matches are a lot shorter now. Like niggas actually could lose now. So that's very interesting. Yeah. But before I continue on, what is it? The sports games online thing. So another article came out talking about the AEW game as the new gameplay was shown. This is the quote from the article. There's been multiple instances of arguments over the game's direction, as well as constraints on development. AEW has invested a significant amount of money into development, but the game is way over budget in quotes and bolded. And we know that. 8 mil in the hole over this shit. It even required extra investment in a specific amount of time was not mentioned. The budget issues has led to number of features in the game being less than originally planned or cut altogether. So I don't think we're going to be expecting. I feel like we'll probably call, but like not like a my GM or anything like that. Next, because of how things has gone with the development of AEW Fight Forever, some on both sides of the fence may believe that this is a one and done arrangement between AEW and Utes.
Hey man, Ukes might have been the problem, man. It might have been Ukes the whole time.
People wanted to blame UK. People wanted to blame 2K, man. People thought they was the issue. They was the reason. What is it? 2K22 was a shit, but maybe we could tell the truth now, man. Maybe Ukes really is the issue. Also, I don't know why people rode so hard for Ukes.
But they did. They used to make good games at one point.
I saw somebody say the last good wrestling game that Ukes made, which I don't really personally believe, but was WWE 2014.
What was that?
I really did like 2K. I thought it was very fun. But
I like 2K19.
If WWE 14 is the last good game we made, I mean, why the fuck is anybody riding for these motherfuckers, man?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think that's it. Dedicated enough time to this. I would say right now, based on what I saw, not even trying to be like a hater or anything like that, but this game is looking like a nut for me.
If it's $70 come release day, though, I'm not buying it. Mm-mm.
Boy, I'm not even buying that shit for 40. I saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of people were just like, oh, it looks like Days of Reckoning, or like it looked like this, like insert very old wrestling game, and that's great and all that it peaked to your nostalgia, but that shit not gonna work for me, dog. Because what is it? Days of Reckoning is like the GameCube game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want a GameCube game in 2022, bro.
What was your first wrestling game?
My first wrestling game was Shut Your Mouth.
A decent one. That's decent.
Okay. And I wasn't even a wrestling fan back then. So.
Yeah,
my cousin. What is it? The neighbor just had it, and we played the fuck out of it. Yeah.
My first one was WWF Attitude. That shit was ass. but then N64 ended up getting WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy. No Mercy is my personal favorite wrestling game. I spent hours and hours. So I will admit I was a little excited when they announced that the guy from No Mercy was involved in it. I like to see how that's implemented within, like you said, within 2022. That game is 20 years old at this point. So I'm still right now. I'm not gonna say I'm fully out of it. I'm gonna give it time. We'll see come September.
I'm not fully out of it,
but I want to see something.
Yeah, I want to see something. Like this is not even me just being like a wrestling fan at this point. This is me being like, I like to play video games. That's what I would do. Overwatch wrestling most of the time. So hearing people just go, "Oh, it looks like old game," or this reminds me of old game, and it's just like, to me, that just sounds like, oh, like, is it gonna play like the old game? Because I don't want to play something.
Yeah.
That just doesn't seem interesting to me. Like, I don't know what Days of Reckoning played like, but
kind of like No Mercy a little bit. It's kind of like a mix between SmackDown
I'm
and No
not.
Mercy.
I cannot get excited for a GameCube game with a graphical update. I just can't. That's just not realistic. But yeah, that's all we'll have to say about the AEW game. Let's get into AEW, and then we'll get into NXT.
¿De verdad? Do you want to place a bet on this, honey?
A bet? Sure. I'll place a bet.
Come on.
I'll place a bet that you're about to have the shortest AEW Women's World Championship reign in history. Because at Double or Nothing, I'm taking your championship. I'll see you in Vegas.
Wow, we just got another match added to the card.
2 World Championship matches at Double or Nothing. We know that Thunder Rosa will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against the top-ranked Serena.
All right, AEW. I don't say this often. I really don't. But this was a really bad episode. AEW.
Every week.
I don't say this often. This episode, but come on, this episode was like bizarrely like different.
If you know what, this episode was interesting. It felt like it. I mean, when we saw the card, we posted the card in Discord. It looked like a throwaway episode of AEW. Not much really like happening. We still had mad time before the pay-per-view, so I don't think they wanted to push anything, too hard. We had a couple matches enough. Even the arena they were in, it's like the smallest arena I've ever seen them in.
Why do you think that they didn't want to push anything too hard?
Because they still got 3 more weeks. That's still 6 more shows. They got time. They got time. So this felt like one of those episodes where just a little cleanup, just get shit situated. Yeah, this is a weird episode. None of the matches, like even the matches they announced, didn't really stand out. I think this was a bizarre main event choice for reasons. We'll get into that, but yeah, it was just it felt like a very throwaway episode of AEW. Not much really happened.
Like, there is not a lot of good on this episode, which, normally if this was like last week, I would say like, I don't even remember what happened last week. I'm gonna be for real. Well, like, there's not a lot of shining stuff on this show. There really isn't. And that's why I'm just like, this is like just like an outright bad episode. Like, I can't even say like the first hour was like really decent, and then like the second hour had drop off.
Yeah.
Because that's been the constant, where maybe 8 o'clock. Hey man, you get some real good shit for like 30 minutes straight.
Yeah, they even opened the show weird. Yeah, they even opened the show weird this week. And usually it's either Brian or Hangman or Punk opened the show, but there was no Punk this week. So, it was technically they did open it with Adam Cole, who's another guy they had to open it with, but he didn't really do anything besides the interest and then sit on commentary and not even really talk much on commentary. You wanted to get into it? We can get into it, honestly.
Yeah, but it's not ridiculous for me to say that this episode is really bad. It's not ridiculous.
You say it all the time. You just say it all the time, which is fine.
But is it count? But is it count?
I'm with you this week. I don't think this is a good episode.
Yeah. Very, very, very odd episode. But okay. So first things first. We have Hangman Page turning heel for this program. He just kind of tries to convince himself that he can defeat Punk.
I don't want to say it's the full on heel turn.
You don't think it's
yet.
okay?
No, I won't say it's a full on heel turn. He just got a little edgy with his promo. You know what I mean? Talking his shit.
Yeah, he trying to convince himself that he gonna win.
If this is eventually going to turn into a full on heel turn, I think this is very short sighted, and I don't think they should do that.
I would agree with you.
However, I think Tony Khan realizes that if they're going to do a feud with Punk, he's not going to have bigger cheers than Punk. Everybody knows that. So you might as well, at least for this feud, heal up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nobody's going to get cheered more. And I definitely think that this was the path to go. But just Hangman doing his whole thing, I didn't believe it.
So I'm assuming you didn't like the promo, or you just didn't believe it and believe him when you.
I didn't believe it. Well, I didn't like that part of the promo where he was just like, oh, I'm gonna, where he pointed to the guy in the CM Punk shirt. I was just like, hey man, you trying anything? At least he did. Man, this state stinks or some shit like that.
To call the Ravens trash or something.
Yeah. But nah, it is what it is.
I did like the line with about the Bret Hart tribute match, because I was about to say, I'm like, good. Yeah. Somebody call that bullshit out. Good.
Yeah. That boy say, yeah, nigga, we ain't doing we ain't doing Bret Hart versus 1 2 3 Kid, man. Get that bullshit out of here, man. I like that line a lot. Yeah, and I'm I just don't believe it. I don't think Hangman Page is going to win this one. And I mean, it is what it is. I think Hangman Page should be very grateful that Heels is doing it too, because boy, I'm telling you, he will not survive on the mic on a confrontation with CM Punk. Please let that happen on the final week. Do not, dog. I'm losing all faith. If it happens next week, he's getting bodied, and I'm losing all faith.
Yeah, it might be scary hours for Hangman if there has to be a promo battle. Yeah,
do not do it.
I want to avoid that. I agree.
Do it on the go home show. Just do it on the go home show. Boy, it's not gonna work in his favor. Moving on. Just straight to our main event, because oh boy, you ever heard the crowd this quiet, boy?
Not for a main event.
Yeah, we got Donna Purrazzo against Mercedes Martinez to unify the ROH women titles, which Mercedes Martinez won. I don't know what's next for Deonna, but it is what it is.
I have a feeling that was a one-off appearance. I don't think she's going to be back. I think they just did that to get the belt off of her so they can have it, conclude everything. They did business, and now I think Deonna's going to do Impact. I don't think Deonna's going to be in Ring of Honor going forward.
Yeah, so that's cool with me, man.
Yeah, as for the crowd reaction, I'm with you, and I think there's multiple factors that go into it. One, AEW hasn't really conditioned us to really care about women's matches that often, especially so for this to be their first main event. Well, not their first main event, but a main event in a minute is interesting. There's two women who one doesn't even work there.
Be on the fucking show, bro.
Yeah, one doesn't even work there. The other one we haven't seen since they won that women's championship. So why would we care about these people? Yeah, you never gave us any kind of video promo, no interview, nothing. They said, hey, you two girls go out there and main event the show and expect the crowd to care.
Becky Lynch said something. Becky Lynch put us on a hot seat, bro. Go out there and do y'all thing.
Yeah.
And then the crowd proved her right.
It just didn't care. The match was fine for what. Yeah, fine for what it was. It was fine. It wasn't bad.
Dog,
it was just a match.
I'm telling you, this match started at 9:50. 2 minutes in, we was in picture. The title break was over. It was 9:58. I don't know what happened in this match because most of it was in picture.
Yeah, there might be like some contract obligation where the women's match must have picture-in-picture, no matter what part of the card it's on. It will have a picture-in-picture in it.
Like most of the match wasn't picture in picture. I have not seen Deonna Purrazzo wrestle in a really long time. So I was just like, oh, let's see how she improved. As soon as they went into picture in picture, I said, yeah, let me set up for the show. It's about that time.
Yeah, it just it was unfortunate. That was just it seemed rushed.
I threw it up in the chat. It shows we're gonna follow this if it runs over time. I said, you niggas not running over time. But I said, I put it in the chat, man. Do y'all even know what Mercedes Martinez finisher is, bro?
I didn't even know.
Like, come on. I still don't know.
My girl. It's the Dragon Sleeper. She did it. I thought she won the match.
She did it? Okay, that's great. I don't remember shit about this match, bro.
Nothing to write home about.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing to write home about. The women got the main event, but then, everybody literally, when the match started, everybody was on Twitter just saying, yeah, man, the crowd really don't give a shit about this one.
They do not care. And they gave us no reason to. And, I had this argument on Twitter. People were calling me like dumb about this the other day. How I'm saying AEW doesn't explain who people are.
Oh, yeah, that one dude. Yeah.
They just want to expect you to just know who these people are. I don't know a lot about Deonna Purrazzo. Can you tell me about her? What's so great about her? What's a virtuoso? Can I get at least a little bit basic information? Mm-hmm. That's all I like to know.
And Excalibur will read some motherfucker's Wikipedia page in 1 minute.
He didn't even do that.
He didn't have shit.
Okay, Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah,
cool.
So
interesting.
That match could have been a quick hit, but it was the only women's match on the show.
Yeah, the main event, which is interesting.
Yeah,
that's a weird main event. They should have made the FENIX Dante main event. They're gonna do that.
Hey man,
at least that's a match people kind of care about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean anything on the show could have, any men's match should have been the main event because people would have. But moving on, we got versus Morrissey. Is this nigga name now?
Morrissey, W. Morrissey.
Morrissey, Brett.
I think it's his real name. I can't really laugh at it. It's his real name.
This match was fun. I think people care about the Wardlow stuff enough where this didn't look ridiculous.
I will say Morrissey, he looked good, like body wise. He looked good.
Yeah.
Last time I had
seen
him,
trash.
You know how I feel about niggas in jeans. But last time I seen him, he didn't look very good. So I'm happy he got in shape, got his life together, whatever was going on before. He looked good. I don't know if that'll be. I don't know if it was a one and done deal. Probably was. Yeah, it was cool. The power bomb spot looked cool. I was surprised he got that off because Morrison's not Morrison. I'm calling him Cat. Big Cass is a big boy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And then what is it when he tried to power bomb the Butcher last? That boy almost Rick Boogs himself. Boy, that boy knee said, "Whoa!"
How do you feel about the crowd?
The match was whatever.
How do you feel about the crowd? The dueling chants, "We want Enzo," and then half the crowd saying, "No, we don't." Are you on the no we don't side, or are you on the we want Enzo?
No,
side?
If you want Enzo, you're a weirdo.
What? I wouldn't mind Enzo on the show.
You're a weirdo.
Why am I a weirdo?
What does he contribute to this match?
Entertainment.
I mean, is the Wardlow shit not enough?
I'm not saying for this match, but I'm saying I would like Enzo. I would love to see Enzo in AEW just in general.
No, I'm good.
I would see Enzo. Something different.
He can't wrestle. His promos ass. We don't.
No, don't. His promos aren't that. He had great promos.
I guess.
He had good promos.
All right, I think we already went over this last week. Sometimes it hit, sometimes it don't. What is it? Staten Island, whatever the shit. New York shit, don't move me. So it is what it is.
Enzo, he's from Jersey, man.
Whatever, Jersey, New York, same shit. Well, not to a New Yorker, but whatever.
You better watch it.
If you are from the North area, I don't give a shit. I really don't. I don't give a shit.
What are you talking about?
I don't give a shit about none of that. So it is what it is. The match happens. Wardlow beats up fucking everybody. And then
I went crazy for that too.
and then
that's cool.
MJF done ruined the segment, talking, but they're gonna have a contract signing or whatever. So. Ooh. Next.
You mad at that contract
No,
signing?
I was just like, you have Wardlow beat everybody up, and then he goes, "All right, hold on. We're gonna have a contract signing,
Bro.
Not
we got
here.
four. We got
a contract signing in my city." And I was like, "Since when y'all niggas like contract signings?"
We got 4 weeks to go, man.
Yeah, we just had a segment. What is it? Last week that was just like, oh, contract signings. Nah, fuck all that sports entertainment shit. New York. So what the fuck is this shit, bro? Wishy-washy crowd, bro. Next to start the show, we got Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Fish. I ain't got nothing to say about this one.
Yeah, no, I got nothing. I tried to give it a chance last week. I said, look, it might be something interesting. It was nothing interesting. The most interesting part was the Swanton Bomb. That man landed directly on Bobby Fish's whole body. I know he cracked a rib, something that it didn't.
Chalk it up to Cyrus being right once again.
It was splat on the mat.
If you know it, don't second guess yourself, bro. If you know in your heart what it is what it is, bro. The show, there is evidence why we should not have picked this or at all, really. But it is.
Jeff Hardy gotta hang it up, flat screen. Why did you say that?
I don't know. But this match is the match is over, and then the Bucks come out, and then they have a confrontation with like what is it? Or they just have like a stare down with the Hardys, and then commentary just fucking masturbating, going, "Oh my god, I love to see this. Oh man, ooh wee." And then nothing happens, and I'm just like, do we really want to see this? Like, with no title on the line?
They want that side wants to see it. They want to see the Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks. I think we saw the best of that a couple years ago.
Yeah, I saw the best of that in 2017, bro. Live. I think I'm done. That's just not gonna appeal to me again, bro.
Not in the condition Matt and Jeff are in. They don't.
Or the current state of the Bucks, really. Like the Bucks aren't interesting as interesting as they were in 20.
No, of course not. I mean, they can still at least work in the ring. I feel like Matt and Jeff at this point where they're like, it's a struggle.
I just feel like it's to me, it's not going to be that much of a big deal if it happens. And yeah, it is going to be stinky. We just saw that ladder match a few weeks ago. Moving on, we got Blackpool Fight Club. What is it? No, it's Combat Club. Sorry. Versus Butcher, Blade, and Angelico. I'll say this, man. Angelico, change your fucking gear, bro.
Yeah, very.
You're wearing that shit. You've been wearing that shit since goddamn 2017, bro. I get it. You like to ride motocross, but damn, you ain't got no bread to get some new shit.
Also, side note, before being in the match, I watched Dark last night. Angelico versus Yuya Yamura. That's the kid's name.
I don't know.
Dude from New Japan Dojo, the young kid. Decent match, pretty good match. I like the technical matches. Good match. But yeah, this match, the usual BCC beat down. I'm with it. I'm still with it.
I'm not.
I like to see where this is going. I do know that Moxley and Bryan are number 3 ranked in the tag team, so I'm wondering if they're going to have some kind of tag team aspirations. Yuta's already a champion, so it could be that
they need to get some gold soon. The trios matches where they just beat up jobbers or a random assortment of jobbers just don't do it for me. I'm sorry. You said there were clowns and jokers on the roster that's holding the belts right now. And the fact that you haven't even like really mentioned that you're after them bothers me. And that's always been a lot of the issues that I have in AEW, just people expressing any championship aspirations or even wanting the title. Like, yeah, you guys are the baddest or whatever. You guys really beat each other up, or y'all do, basically just what the fuck Diamond Mine was doing for a little bit. And it's just like, that's all cool and all, but y'all ain't got no accolades to really show for it right now. Like, as a unit, like as individuals, they're like, yeah, whatever, but like Yuta has a belt and y'all don't. Y'all look weak as fuck. And then you got fucking weak ass Jungle Boy fighting for a paperweight championship with Luchasaurus having a belt. Come on, bro. Let's end that now.
They got knocked that feud out. They do
not have
Team Taz versus Jurassic Express. I'd say that, but I want Team Taz to get some TV time. I want them in an important spot, so I'm cool with it.
But we all know, but I don't think this spot is going to be very important because we know what it leads to. It's just going to go back to Swerve and Leaf, because right after Jurassic Express challenged them, they went to a segment to those losers. So
they're going to be losers
because they lose.
Nah, I think Keith Lee only lost one match. Even there. Let me see.
Amen.
Swerve did lose to Darby, though. I will say that.
Lost to Darby and lost to Hobbs and Starks. Yeah, Taz waddled to the ring, but whatever. It is
about time.
Next, moving on. In a match that I didn't really want to put this in the big topics. Jericho versus Santana.
Well, you didn't need to. You can put that in quick hits. That's a quick hitter.
This match is boring, bro. I'm losing my faith, bro. Pride and Powerful. I'm losing faith, bro.
We were discussing this in Discord earlier. I think anything Jericho touches at this point, it cools everybody off that's around him. It's unfortunate.
But they were already cool as fuck. Like, the Iron was like on ice, and then Citizens Appreciation side, and they joined Kingston and all that, and then Blizzard, Frozen Solid, and I'm not really impressed by the in-ring work of either Pride and Powerful right now. Like, it's not.
I don't really have any care about Jericho Appreciation Society besides outside of Daniel Garcia and Pride and Powerful. I haven't cared in months because they haven't really done anything. Just kind of there.
They haven't done anything ever, bro. Like, never ever. So it is what it is. It's moving on. A quick hits. House of Black have a terrible segment with Varsity Blondes. Varsity come out, say a whole bunch of shit, and I'm just like, why'd y'all give these dudes mad mic time?
John Harbaugh was in the crowd. They just talked to John Harbaugh.
Football guy, right?
He's the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, and he was which I learned on the episode, he was the college roommate and close friend of Brian Pillman Sr. So I didn't know that. So that's an interesting little tidbit, a fun fact. Okay. So clearly he had some kind of relationship with Brian Pillman Jr.
I don't think so.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure they were like, he was over at the crib. No.
Just because we stayed in the same room during college don't mean that I was introduced to your family and all that.
I think they were close friends. Though. I think like Harbaugh and Brian Pillman were like friends.
I mean, we could forge that narrative with no proof. That's fine. Yeah, man, they talked their shit. House of Black came out, and then they were trying to turn Julia Hart, and my whole thing was, what is it? Well, I wasn't around for this. But somebody in the Discord asked, it's been so long since they fought. So why are we doing this again? And then I remember the last confrontation they had was around my birthday in June last year. It's been a full year. And you're mid-feud with Death Triangle. Why do you think anybody cares about this shit right now? Julia Hart is on TV bi-monthly. Nobody even knows why she really has that eye patch anymore. And the Miz shit is not. It makes no sense because Pac got it in 2 eyes and he's fine right now. But this bitch has been struggling with this shit for a year.
Well, first of all, Pac built different. Number one. Number two.
Pac didn't give her the antidote, bro.
Yeah, he built different. She wasn't ready. You know what I mean? She's not built for that. I don't fucking know, man. They need to get up. And then the thing with the Julia Hart thing was she didn't even turn, so I don't know where that's going. And I think somebody on Twitter or somebody, I don't know, someone's asked, like, what's the end game to this? And I was like, I have no idea what the end game to this is. What's the point? What does this add to House of Black? I guess diversity.
What does it add to House of Black? What the fuck is, like, what is Julia Hart going to do for House of Black?
Diversity.
And then it added this. She's going to turn. She's going to get mad wins on Dark, face Thunder Rosa, lose, and then we're back at Go. We're not even collecting 200. It's ridiculous. Like what the fuck was the? And this shit went long too.
Yeah, it went a little longer than it needed to be.
And then it kind of did like the 2.0. What is it? NXT thing where it's just like one segment instantly flowed into another. Because what is it? Death Triangle came out to like help her or whatever, and then they cut to commercial, and then that bitch was still in the ring. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, I didn't mean to call it that. But
yeah,
like,
what's up with you, man?
Get the fuck out the ring, bro. Like, what the fuck are you still doing here? Especially, your segment over. Get the hell out.
She had a turn first.
She had a turn.
She had a job to do.
What is it? Malachi like ripped off her eye patch. Like I was about to let off the demon, and then nothing happened.
She had to cover it up like Cyclops.
Yeah, waste of time. Honestly, if we haven't seen what the face paint looks like behind the thingy, what is it behind the eye patch? Like Malachi Black thing is getting like wider and expanding his face every damn week. But we haven't seen what her shit looked like. Like, what if she like took it off? She had a little face paint with like a red eye or something. I know that would be stepping into Abaddon's bag, but Abaddon's not around. So she wants this TV, bro.
We need Abaddon on TV. For my girl on TV.
No. That's fine.
What's wrong with Abaddon?
She's not good. Next, we have Dante Martin defeated by FENIX in this Owen Hart qualifier. We have a bracket, so that's fine. This match is a scripted dance, so that was fun. Like
the dance.
It what is it? They did that little whatever reverse Spanish fly, and they landed on their feet, and they
that was my only
each other. Like
yeah, that was my only dancing. That was my only problem with the match. Other than that, it was just standard high flying stuff AEW does. That spot, don't like it. I don't like. What are we doing? Why are we standing? Could they stare at each other for like 15 seconds? Look at each other's eyes.
And did a poison run after.
Yeah, to a 2 count for reasons I don't know. It was just a really. It's a standard indie style kind of spot fest where just moves to do moves.
I mean, the crowd was dead at the start of the match, so all the flippy shit, and they, oh my god, Cirque du Soleil. So, it is what it is. Next, we have Thunder Rosa grabs a mic, oh brother, and has a terrible back and forth with Serena D, where they're stepping over each other's toes and don't really know how to transition to the point. So I was just like, this segment is something. And then
there was a reference towards Becky Lynch's comments.
And the crowd didn't even catch it.
Yeah.
Because if Britt Baker would have said that, they would have hit the woo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thunder Rosa has a story to tell. Ooh wee. I was just like, whatever, man. No way you was driving mad far to see a Serena Deeb match, bro. Stop lying.
She might have been. She might have been.
Stop lying, bro.
Serena had a little buzz. What you mean? She was on SmackDown.
What is it? Take a train or some shit.
12 years ago.
Just I don't know. This segment for sure lost me, and I didn't think there was much going on here. That's it.
Also, what else was weird? The backstage segments tonight were really weird. All of them just didn't connect at all. The Sting Darby one was really funny.
Oh,
It looked like
oh,
they didn't even want to be there. Like they didn't have like line. There was no reason for the promo. Even Sting was like, "Yeah, cool."
You're gonna be facing Jeff Hardy. Yeah, no hard feeling.
It was like the most pointless promo, and then the Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker, and Tony Storm and Roby Soho for the third week in a row of them just being backstage, not really, accomplishing anything, just talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where that's going. I guess it's the quota to get Britt Baker on TV.
Ruby Soho being the mouthpiece for Tony Storm, like crazy. The
Tony promo?
Just, I don't know who I would prefer.
Are we sure Tony's better?
But like, if they both ask, I at least would like them to speak for them damn selves. Is that too much to ask? Yeah, man, there's nothing really to say there. And then, Keith Lee and Swerve cutting their thing. Keith Lee, read a thesaurus before cutting his shit, and then just said words. But in good news,
remember rappers used to lie? You remember rappers used to lie? Say used to read the dictionary. Remember rappers used to get that lie off?
Yeah,
why?
Corniest shit I ever heard. But in good news, we finally have a bracket for the Owen Hart tournament thing.
Sir.
So actually, let's just read off these matches. We got Rey Fenix versus Kyle O'Reilly. Originally, it was going to be Samoa Joe versus Kyle O'Reilly, but they decided to just, the card's subject to change.
Hey.
Also, I told you they didn't have to announce the match that early. We got Samoa Joe versus a Joker wild card or whatever. I don't even want to speculate who it's going to be because
speculate. What have fun to speculate?
No, because it's always going to be the same thing. Motherfuckers gonna be like Bray Wyatt, Cesaro, insert other free agent, and whatever. So, how many guesses are there really?
What if it's like I don't even know. My guess is
no New Japan nigga's gonna move me if they're in this bracket here. Oh, also Wheeler Yuta's gonna be in the Best of Super Junior, so good luck to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that up. Good for him.
Let Combat Club win those titles so they could be just a duo while he goes over there and do his thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not, if it's Cesaro, whatever. Because he's either gonna lose. He's either gonna lose or the what is it? It's gonna be a nasty finish and done. That trio is gonna interfere.
What if it's Killer Cross?
Next match, we got Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin. First round, and then another match is Adam Cole versus Dax Hardwood.
That'll probably be the best match out of the opening round, in my opinion.
You think so? You think that's gonna be better than Phoenix O'Reilly?
Nah, Dax been on fire, man. And I honestly, Adam Cole hasn't really been like terrible these last couple matches he's had. So
yeah, he's just been uninteresting. But we'll see. If I'm telling you right now, if there's any cheating in the match, nope, not fire. Auto not fire. But yeah, that is it for AEW. Let's get into NXT 2.0. What is it? It's called Spring Breakin.
Spring Breakin.
Let's go, ladies. Ready for the beach? Looking only as we can.
What the heck happened to you?
Oh my gosh. I only said it for 10 minutes.
Damn, girl, are you okay? You can't go to the beach like that, you know.
You look like a strawberry.
Okay, let's just go hang out indoors for a couple days. It'll be fine.
Okay, we already made reservations to keep our... What? Look, we're gonna send you some stuff.
Yeah, just put some aloe on.
Let's check in with you later.
Oh my
God. All right. NXT 2.0, Spring Breakin. And now this is something I don't really say often. But this was a stinky episode of NXT.
Really?
Very stinky.
I thought it was I love the in ring wise. It was a strong show.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
There was like two or three really good matches.
Yeah. Let's actually get into it so we can get up out of here. Cameron Grimes defeats Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. I thought this, to me, was match of the night.
Here, yeah, this was good. This was the match of the week so far. All the matches I've seen this week, this was really good. Yeah, man, all three guys are really on it right now. Solo was over, extremely over. I mean,
yeah, they think he could bring the bloodline over, bro. Like they really, I think that's what they want. They just like cheer this nigga, and hopefully the Usos show up or some shit.
Yeah, you know,
hopefully Roman come through or something.
Roman ain't pulling up. They might do like a backstage segment where they like recorded that SmackDown and have like Roman say something to Solo or something. But yeah, no, he ain't gonna be there. Yeah, this match was really good. If you want me to remind you of any spots in the match, I can't because my memory's not that good to remember from just a day ago. Not even this morning when I watched it, but
I think the Tower of Doom was really good because it was set up kind of like seamlessly. Soya Sikoa was at the bottom, and I guess Cameron Grimes tried to go for, I think, like the cave in of some shit like that, hoisted him up, and then went for the thing. I thought that was really well done because, you know, those kind of spots can literally take forever. And it looks very stupid. I'm not sure if Carmelo Hayes actually like missed his spot. But I'm gonna have to agree with the crowd on this one. That was 3.
Was it? Oh, when the kick out at the end?
Yeah, that was absolutely 3. Also, crowd was super stinky, but
yeah,
I thought the match was great. I thought it was really fine. I thought the finish was really cool. The Samoan drop to the cave-in combination, all really great stuff. Definitely match of the night here. Next,
where does Melo? Where does Melo go from here? That's what I'm a little concerned about.
Braun Breaker after whatever this Joe Gacy shit's over.
Yeah, about to say it. Braun still got whatever is about from what we saw last night.
Soon as that shit's over,
it's still going. I hope so. I really do.
I think so. Nathan Frazier versus Grayson Waller, really good match. We haven't seen Grayson Waller really wrestle often in a really great match, so it kind of just reminds us that he's more than just, you know, whatever character that he's portraying. Really good shit. Nathan Frazier, he that boy, man.
Oh, look.
He that boy.
Nothing but bangers, bro. They gave him the fire entrance. One of the best entrances I've seen NXT do in a minute. Mm-hmm. Also, side note, shout out to Mark Long for being in the crowd. Someone made a really good joke. You don't know who Mark Long is?
No. Okay. Challenge guy. Real world.
Yeah, he was on Road Rules. I want to say that either the first or the second season, and he's been on MTV for a long time. It's a reality show legend. Mm-hmm. I think it's some Viacom synergy. Jesus Christ, because Grayson Waller was on Survivor Australia, which I didn't know until recently. Also, side note, I was watching the season of Survivor. I forgot Ashley Massaro was on the season of Survivor. So that was weird. No. But anyway, so yeah, so there's some synergy there. RIP, damn. So yeah, there's synergy there. Really interesting. Just him being there. But yeah, the match itself. Yeah, man. Nathan Frazier, he's that guy, man. He's for real. He's this very, very much baby Seth. A lot of Seth mannerisms.
He's currently he's in his Tyler Black era right now.
Yeah, he's in Tyler Black era.
I kind of like skirt past just straight systems because you know I think Seth is a lot more polished than less indie-rific than Tyler Black. But I mean, Tyler Black,
bro. So. Do something with that hair, though. I'm sorry, man.
Get waves. But this match was really great. I know can't really describe any spots like back to back or whatever, but like I thought this match was really good. Grayson Waller was a great opponent to have for this match. Really great stuff.
Oh, I do have a little complaint. I'm lying. The finish. Grayson Waller, he was on the top rope and then fucking what's it? Chase U did the fucking little air horn thing. That air horn was gonna knock you off the damn top rope.
Okay.
Come on now.
I'm fine with that for two reasons. If that was a botch, if that was a botch, like he wasn't supposed to fall off, I think the air horn thing, great improvisation to getting the match back on track.
No, that wasn't a botch. That was playing.
Okay.
That looked like no botch.
And then like whatever, I thought it was fine. Them shit's loud. Coming out of nowhere.
To knock you off the damn thing.
I mean, it's hashtag slippery up there, bro.
Oh, brother.
I mean, it was fine.
But besides the match was fine. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. When he fell off the what is it? Nathan Frazier like falling off that and getting back up kind of like immediately to do the Phoenix Splash. I was just like, look, I don't know. I found that spot to be a little bizarre. It didn't look too planned. But all in all, I thought the match was really good. His Phoenix Splash landed clean.
Clean. Seth never did that clean ever. I ain't never seen Seth do this Phoenix Splash that clean.
Yeah. Normally he misses it whenever he tries to do that shit now.
Yeah. Anyone try to take that? How big is Seth? You're a big boy now. He ain't like in the old days.
Yeah, he definitely a bigger boy now. Next match, we got Cora Jade, Nikita Lyons versus they defeat Natalya and Lash Legend. And boy, Cora Jade stuck out like a sore thumb. I told you, bro. I told you. She was sticking out like a sore thumb, bro.
Yeah. This match was interesting. Lash, I think Lash kind of lost in a couple spots. There's one clear as day. Natty was like, "Hit me!" Oh no, was it Lash? No, it was Cora. That was Cora. She's like, Natalya like, hit me, elbow me, and she like didn't hear it. She like screamed it. She was like, "Cora, elbow me!" And she fucking did the elbow. But there's a couple miscues.
I know that shit's for sure frustrating. But the spot that you're talking about is, I think Natalya tags in. Normally I don't hear wrestlers call spots. I don't normally really wear headphones when I watch wrestling, nor is my hearing that great. But Natalya tags in Lash Legend and goes, "Give her like a backbreaker," and then Lash does it, and then Natalya just goes, "Oh my," and then tags herself back in.
Oh no.
I thought that was really funny, but like whatever, they're green, it's okay. But damn, I didn't think these motherfuckers was deaf.
Yeah, Natalya. I'm sorry, Nikita. Great hot tag. Her hot tag was good. That was a good hot tag, and the crowd went
really
nuts.
good hot tag. So what I was gonna say is that I think that Nikita Lyon is way more over than Cora Jade. So maybe we should probably close the chapter on the Cora Jade.
I think they did that when they had to lose the title match 2 times in a row. So I think the Cora Jade experiment, at least in the title picture for a while. No, I think Nikita might win that belt sooner than we think.
Like
surprisingly,
what is it? Roxanne's already doing really cool shit with
she's in a tournament anyway
with Wendy Chu. So let's the generation of Cora or whatever. Let's put that shit to a close.
Is that the next title match for Mandy though? Is it Wendy Chu?
I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah, I think I got to do that.
She's not gonna win, but
yeah, Wendy's not gonna win that, which
that's fine.
That's fine.
You think Natalya coming back?
I think she'll stick around for a little while.
Okay.
She likes to work. I think she likes working with the younger women. I think she likes it. So she would just in fucking Europe like a couple days ago, and now she's straight back to Florida. She's not playing.
Is she gonna have a singles match with Cora?
A what match?
The singles?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they got unfinished business. Also, a thing with Cora I like to point out, she need to get a regular skateboard. None of that little penny board bullshit, because she can't even balance on that shit. You get a regular skateboard, dog.
Get a bigger penny. You could get a bigger like she could definitely get a bigger penny board.
She like barely can stand on that thing.
Yeah. I am a tall man, and I rode a penny once, even I don't be wobbling like that. So it is what it is. Nikita Line is gonna be in the breakout tournament. So sorry for a lot of the women, but we about to get get Lash and Lines 3 at the end of that shit. Because I don't think anybody's gonna like pull that over either of those either
Roxanne's,
Lash or
Roxanne's in that. No, Lash is like
is
1-6. Lash is like, I don't think she's won all year. I think she maybe won one.
I know,
match
but like all those other ones, I know, but like I think all those women are a lot smaller, and you know they can keep that shit going. Roxanne's in it. She's in it.
Yeah, Roxanne's in it.
Let me see if I still have that. There was a list. Whatever. Okay, we'll see when the bracket comes out. I don't know. I feel like Toxic Attraction might like interfere in like Roxanne's match or something. Who knows? Next, we got the Creed Bros versus Viking Raiders. It's cool.
Okay, match.
It's fine.
Yeah, it was okay. It was
a good match. Not really violent, you know. It's cool to get some reps in.
I thought this would be a more exciting match. I thought it was going to be like, I thought we were going to get like big match Viking Raiders, like when they can really go. And it just kind of felt like a, you know, like we've said a million times, Creed, they still need some polishing. Pause. But like, it's
that wasn't needed. Bro. That wasn't needed.
I know. But yeah, they still need a little work. But you know, we hear it's interesting to see there's some more dissension between the Creed brothers and Roderick Strong.
Which I'm just like, I don't know why.
They gotta break that shit up. I think Rodney going to the main roster sooner than later. I don't know where that leaves Ivy, Nile, and Tatum, whatever that storyline is. I guess they could just put those two in a team.
Tatum is gonna be in.
She's in the tournament, yeah. I know. It's probably they didn't put Ivy in it.
Yeah, I wish they did. That's something that I wanted to mention when I was watching NXT is that I think that this breakout tournament should have had a lot more people that are already on TV that haven't got enough time already. Like
I think most of them are people who've been on TV.
Like well, like there's like 2 women in there that like never even sniffed TV, and I think that
there's like 2.
Ivy Nile is gonna definitely like taking one of those spots.
There's Horse
That's
Girl.
about it. Yeah.
Well, no, she's been on TV though. She's been on TV.
Yeah, she and she had a really good she had a match last week against Legado del Fantasma and kind of tore it up.
I want to say it was,
but yeah, I'm looking forward to the women's breakout. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, do you think that I don't know, Roddy's getting back into his undisputed era bag, and they're just like, that's not what we do, bro. We college is what you doing? Is that it? He's just going back to the old him.
Yeah, I think the Creed brothers like, nah, we ain't signed up for that, bro. I think it's inevitable. You kind of got to turn the Creed's face at this point. The crowd fucks with them too much.
Oh well, yeah. I don't even think Diamond Mine was never really healing.
They were heels.
I just thought they were just a little rougher around the edges, but I never really took them as like heels.
They're not like full on like heels, but like they were on the heel side. Like if they were in AEW, they would come out the heel tunnel. They would come out the face tunnel.
I think what is it? After Pretty Deadly beat their ass, I think that fully solidified into that spot.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, Pretty Deadly not even on the show.
They opened it.
They opened the show. Pretty Deadly.
They had the opening promo. They gave a little opening promo and they ran down the show and stuff, and they like did a whole little promo.
I didn't see it.
They got the side play check off. They were less gay this week. Maybe they're cutting back on the gay. I don't know. If they are, hey, look, if they do,
I don't like that
storyline.
Nah. It's about to be June. It's gonna be Pride Month, bro. They need to ramp it up.
You think they Billy and Chuck them? They better not Billy and Chuck them.
Nah, they ain't gonna Billy and Chuck them. They just gonna just rev up the zest, JoJo style.
They can be zesty. No, they can be zesty. They were almost full on gay 2 weeks ago. They were like, hold my hand, hold me out. Okay, what are we doing here?
Oh, come on, you don't hold hands with your niggas, man. Come on, now.
Nah, I can't say I've done that
before. Yeah, they could be sassy shooters. That's fine.
Sassy shooters.
Next, we have Braun Breaker versus Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this now. The good main event streak that NXT has had since the start of the year, it is now over. I think 5 months of really good main events. Hey man, hold your head up high. But we're closing the casket on this one. The streak is over because this match is stinky.
I wasn't feeling this. I had no real interest in this match at all. I have no interest in Joe Gacy. We've gone over this a million times. I don't like the gimmick change. I thought maybe even the in-ring work wasn't really hitting for me. He seemed kind of like disinterested.
Okay.
This feud doesn't really help anybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, certainly didn't help anybody. And I don't like, let me know if I sound crazy. But I felt like this match felt very amateur to me. Because when I was watching it, I couldn't just help and notice that like every sequence or every set of moves that they would do, it would start with them hitting the ropes first. And I know hitting the ropes is so common in wrestling, but like, what is it? Braun Breaker hit the ropes like 6 times just to do like a clothesline or some shit. What is it? Joe Gacy hit the ropes before doing attempting to do like an outside dive, and then Braun Breaker came in and hit the ropes again. And I was just like, what's going on here? Like, y'all don't know how to y'all Matt Russell, y'all can just do the thing. And then I don't know. It felt very like by the book. Like they were like, I can't even say they were like really holding back because I don't even think Joe Gacy's all that great. But like, it just felt bare bones.
Yeah,
like this just felt like training.
I'll say this much. This is their first match, obviously, by the after show. So I think the next match it might go a little more. I think they might go like no DQ or something like that to show like Joe Gacy's like crazy spooky side that he had in the Indies or whatever.
But am I crazy though to feel like this match is just like
it just felt like a standard TV match. It didn't really like nothing. It never really hit a second gear. Just kind of a match that just happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Especially for a feud where like the nigga kidnapped your dad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like that he pushed you off a fucking stage and almost killed you.
I don't know. Like, I'm gonna send you a YouTube link of this, and I'm just gonna like, I'm just gonna point out how many times they just hit, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, it never hit. I don't even think it was like half of a first gear.
I couldn't tell you they never really happened in the match. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, they just went from one spot to another, and then Braun Breaker hit his spear eventually. I don't even know what Joe Gacy finisher is.
I don't either.
What's his signature?
Oh, it's a little back handspring joy, isn't it?
It's
like a backhand. It's like a cutter. I think it's a finisher. I think it might be like Jay Lethal's finisher. I think. I could be wrong.
His ass should not be doing no shit like that. Shawn Michaels, step in, please.
I hate that move.
Yeah, it's terrible. Especially for on his size.
Next, I don't mind that. They never look. It's always people just standing there.
Yeah. Post match, 2 druids came out. I guess like 2 new heaters for Joe Gacy now that Harlan's gone, and then they carried him away.
Yeah.
I think the only highlight of this match or something that made me like, go like, "Ooh, that's interesting," is the gear that Braun Breaker was wearing. I was like, "Oh, I really wonder what that's a reference to." And obviously, it's a reference to his dad. But like, I was just like, like his dad had like Halloween Havoc or some shit. Like,
Nah, I believe it was the first Raw
standard gear.
I think it was like the first Raw they were on. The standards were on. I believe it was it was the gear he was wearing. I'm surprised it held up that long.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same as that gear from the early 90s?
He wore it on Raw. I mean, it's probably like fitted to him. Probably just got it redone. But yeah, this match, nothing. What is it? It's just like those dog treats that got. It's just a bone, but it's really a mitt. So,
what?
I don't know. Quick hits. Indy Hartwell and Duke Hudson were in a very funny segment. Indy Hartwell just looking at her ring because her man's gone, and
There
then
was
Duke
no
Hudson
ring. It
looks
was
at her.
gone.
The ring was gone.
The ring was gone, so they're divorced.
What? Oh shit! I even peeped that. Oh fuck!
The ring was gone.
Damn, that's crazy. They gave her a divorce too. That's funny. Yeah, her and Duke Hudson kind of just stare at each other because both their partners gone, and then Duke Hudson leans forward, and he's just like, "Wait, what the fuck is you doing, bro?"
No, nigga, what are you doing?
Very funny. Hopefully for both of them, they can actually go back to wrestling, and just doing something that isn't kissing or just stupid shit. Next we got Mandy Rose being in the tanning bed for way too long.
The
Final
the
Destination style.
The Afro beats in the background had me crying.
We gonna talk about it in a second.
They got thick whiskey.
They typed in Burner Boy type beat and then let that shit go. Roxanne and Wendy Chu ruined Toxic Attraction's beach day. I'm gonna eat it.
Too much.
That was. I know. Ember Moon was fuming, boy.
Them booty butt shorts.
Yeah. I saw somebody was just like, oh man, they're proving Ember right. And I was just like, they're at the fucking beach. Like, what? Calm down. They got in the water and everything.
They don't want them on the beach. They want them in the ring wrestling. That's it.
Boy. Man, niggas can't have a day off, bro. But no. I just thought the whole thing was funny and silly. Wendy Chu steals her car keys, but she doesn't steal the car. She just moves it further down the parking lot. So they have to walk on the pavement. That was funny. It was just like, just what is it? Just a minor inconvenience.
Yo. Wendy Chu characters has gone so many directions.
It's funny. It's funny, bro.
She went from like sleepy, like falling asleep in the ring, and now she's like a thief.
She's not a thief. She's just
she stole a phone. She stole the credit card. She stole Tiffany's credit card. And she stole the car. She's a thief.
She didn't steal the car. She just moved it further away without their permission.
You trapped them in a net.
What does that have to do with anything? That's not.
I don't.
No, that's funny. And then Roxanne the whole time is just being like, "Hey man, should we really be doing this, dog?" Just I don't know, great contrast. And since Dakota Kai is not gonna be around, so I think Roxanne is a good replacement for this. And plus, she got beef with Toxic Attraction currently, so I don't even think this is really a replacement for Dakota Kai anyway.
Yeah, Dakota was already gone before it even started. It was already over. So
next segment. More mafia cartel wars. Tony D'Angelo and Santos come to a sit down and they just talk about a treaty, a truce, peace, blah blah blah. And then Santos says, "Stop the car, man. We gonna get back to our roots, man." And then abducted Tony D'Angelo's right hand man, Galante. Yeah. So as soon as they pulled up and they stole the nigga, I say, "Yeah, we back. We back to the essence, man. We stealing again."
That wasn't even NXT parking lot. That was a whole other parking lot.
Yeah. Also, something that was very funny to me is that Santos is leaning on like a red Charger, but he leaves in the SUV. Whose car is that, man?
That.
Whose car are you leaning on, man? That boy just left his whole whip in the Publix parking lot.
Yeah, fuck it.
But yeah, that is it for NXT. Honestly, going through this whole thing, I didn't really think this.
Yeah, I told you it wasn't that bad. You talking about
it wasn't
like,
bad.
This is fine.
I don't know. I guess what is it? Breaker and Joe Gacy just left like a very like sour taste out of my mouth.
Yeah,
like,
that was the worst part of the show for sure.
So yeah. Yeah. follow us on Twitter at the A Show RNC. You can keep up with everything that we do on the network. You can subscribe to us on Patreon, patreon.com/the A Show RNC, where you can get our weekly shows like the A Show and this one early. You can get Patreon exclusive shows like Spot Callers, Evasion Diaries, X8 Diaries, other miscellaneous wrestling content that we just do in passing. And then Spot Callers this month will be In Your House, A Cold Day in Hell. Main event is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Undertaker. And I heard that Undertaker and Steve Austin don't have great matches together.
Most of the time, then. No, usually they're pretty.
Would you co-sign that?
I won't say. No, they've had a couple decent matches. There was one where Austin was heel and Taker was face. It was like Biker Taker. I don't remember what pay-per-view it was on, but that one was decent. I think most people just think like the Highway to Hell, SummerSlam '98, and how disappointing that was, and we kind of just put it on the rest of them. But they've had, I mean, none of their matches. All right, let's put it this way: they never had like a bad match. They never had any banger. Like no real like okay, that shit was crazy. You know what I mean? They've had matches that have been fine. What else is on this?
The match also has Ken Shamrock versus Vader, which is a fucking Vader. But, that match was bizarrely fire. But if you that'll be coming out relatively soon. Me and Justin will be recording it tomorrow or yesterday. But if you're on our free feed, yeah, that's it. We don't. I guess we could, there's a Patreon topic that we could talk about just really quickly. Talk about. Well, I guess we could talk about the Ember Moon comments since we didn't talk about it on Quick Hits. I didn't. Sorry, I completely forgot about the.
We talked about that last week. We didn't talk about that last week.
No.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about it.
It happened soon. It happened the day after the show went up, as you know, as normal news does.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. You can follow Quan at Twitter at the Comeback Spot. You can follow me. Soon. And if you are not on the Patreon, hope to see you next